Hey guys, Brian here, and today we're going to talk about a hot topic in our school on whether we should install metal detectors in order to prevent any possible narcotics and or weaponry. So anyways, what you're seeing in the video, it's going to be gameplay from Battlefield Bad Company 2 just to entertain you, or so you can watch while you here. Alright, so before I give my opinion, I'm going to spit out some facts, so let's go. Now to start things out, let's talk about what a walk-in metal detector is. According to various metal detector dealers such as Garrett and Guard, they are, well, metal detecting devices, obviously, that alert whenever someone contains a metallic item. They are proven to pick up signatures of various items, including knives, handguns, etc. In the school environment, walk-in metal detectors are used in the beginning of the school day, in the entrance of the school, where students have to line up and pass through, usually accompanied by with a backpack check done by administrative staff and the like. If the machine emits a sound when you're walking through, you have to check yourself for any possible items, like a cellular device, a cell phone, a keychain, or anything likely to emit a sound, or you can go through a pat-down and be searched. It is similar to the TSA searches done at airports, you know, the ones where you walk in, give them your bags. It's exactly like that. Now, according to schoolsecurity.org, metal detectors are usually the exception and not the rule, meaning that most public schools do not have metal detectors installed on their campus. In fact, according to the NCES, the National Center for Education Statistics, good site by the way, only 1.4% of all schools combined, middle, high, and both middle and high schools, have daily checks with metal detectors. Now, however, the number for middle school, like the individual numbers, is different. The number for middle schools is 1.5%, high schools is 4.8%, and combined schools is 3.8%. And most of these are schools located in areas where crime rate is exceptionally high. So inner city, I'm not sure, but you know, crime is high. Also, it is noted that most schools intend to install the systems after a series of problems regarding shootings/stabbings, not before any incident. It is done by a vote of staff, so, or the PTA or whatever sort of, you know, voting they have. Now that we got the facts out of our way, let's start with my opinion. I do not support metal detectors in my school for many reasons, which I will list right after I list the pros. So, alright, let's see. Metal detectors. They detect weapons. They detect metal objects. They can keep it safe if the guy is operating it is competent. Need security to operate it. Need training, and that is it. Okay, now to my opinion. First off, metal detectors will not solve a drug problem. For example, marijuana is, for the most part, you know, an organic compound, aka a plant, and will not be picked up. Even other drugs like crystal meth, special K, you know what? I'm just naming them off the top of my head here. They will not be detected. If you want a machine that can detect drugs, buy a millimeter scanner. Or, you know, those body scanners that they have in the TSA airports. They're like, if you played Bioshock, they look like the Vital Chambers. And anyways, and the millimeter scanners are even more expensive and harder to operate than a metal detector. Which brings me to my next point. Metal detectors are expensive as hell, and they will take their toll on a school budget. They're expensive and need a trained staff member to operate it, which costs more money. Beyond that, there is the cost of upkeep needed to maintain the machine, which costs even more money. To put it in perspective, the average cost for a walk-in metal detector is around $3,000 to $5,000, and for you curious folk out there, a millimeter scanner, body scanners, roughly cost around $8,000. This is, if not obvious enough, pretty expensive, and that lost money could have been used on better things, such as, alright, I'm being kind of selfish here, but they could have been used for a trip for the school, or not being selfish here, better training/equipment for the teachers, or hey, even a raise for the teachers, hopefully. Besides, most metal detectors are installed after the problem has occurred, like I stated earlier, making it some sort of a waste of money and more of a deterrent. And even then, I don't really think you can call a metal detector a deterrent against weapons and stuff. If someone is willing to take a gun to school to hurt someone, they probably aren't going to go through the line and give up their backpack. I would explain more, but that would be pretty graphic, you know. Thirdly, alright, I know this analogy has been used more than once, but it makes the school feel like a prison, speaking from personal experience. I've been to a middle school over a summer, and that used metal detectors, and going through it every day was pretty depressing. At least for those those 2 minutes that you spent walking through it, it was. You always had to pass through, and if you happen to be the unlucky bastard to have the machine beep on you, oh boy. The security guard would nervously but angrily tell you to check your pockets, and you would frantically search, only to find out it was the damn keychain causing all this trouble. From then on, every time you look at the school, you'll think about the metal detector, even for just a split second, because of that moment. Just of that moment. School then becomes even more of a chore for many students in the morning. Fourth, you could call it the trump card for my whole opinion. A research paper entitled "Impacts of Metal Detectors' Use in Schools: Insights from 15 Years of Research" by Abigail Henkin, Marcy Hertz, and Thomas Simon goes in depth on this very subject. See if there's any data that or any evidence that the metal detector even serves as a deterrent to the crime. So what their method was is that they pretty much went through some statistics, and they also created their own, and they saw if metal detector use deterred crime or any sort of stuff like that, right? It's a pretty long paper, but I'll put the link in the description. It's a good read if you have spare time. So it's not that long actually compared to others, but in conclusion, it found, and I quote, "There is insufficient data in the literature to determine whether the presence of metal detectors in schools reduces the risk of violent behavior among students, and some research suggests that the presence of metal detectors may detrimentally impact student perceptions of safety." So this research paper essentially said that metal detectors have not been really proven to deter crime or lower the rates. To put it simply, metal detectors suck. Well, those are my 2 cents on the topic, my opinion, and I hope this video has informed you over the subject. I think the gameplay is about to end, and if it's not, then oh well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my video, my gameplay, or the subject, and see you guys later. Good day or good night, depending on where you guys are watching. That is all.